Yeah, soldiers, it's your boy the Anime Stage Content video, and this is part 2 of my new critically acclaimed series with Kakashi and Uchiha. Part 2 is here, so this is going to be a pretty awesome part for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. But first, in terms of videos coming up, Legacy Chapters 24 through 25, What If Goku Was a Naruto Part 1, the debut that will be coming soon. And there's also going to be some DVC fan reads, amateur fan reads I'm going to be working on, that I'm still working on, but, haven't released them yet. And if you have any suggestions for fanfics you want me to read for Naruto, MHA, and DBZ, comment the name of them down below and link the fanfic so I can check it out, and I'll probably read it for my channel. I apologize for not uploading last week. I kind of had a lot of personal stuff going on in my life, and yeah, I hope you guys can understand that. And now that I'm not necessarily doing that stuff right now, I can give you guys, the normal content stuff. So that should be pretty fun. Check out my Patreon, it has some extra rewards you can get if you support me financially, link to help me in the description. Check out my Twitch, it'll be linked in the description. I stream podcasts over there, so, check that out. And finally, Twitter's @stage4, Instagram is @_stage4, and of course, join my Discord server. I will give you all reasons to follow shows at the end of the video, so watch until the end. With all the way, let's get right into the story. Sasuke's jaw dropped. Kakashi was officially his adopted father. He didn't understand why Kakashi was doing all this, but he can't necessarily fully complain as Kakashi is part of Uchiha. Sasuke would ask a couple questions like why did he even adopt someone and why adopt him specifically. Kakashi would then say, I've always wanted to have a kid ever since I saw my friend adopt his own kid. And I think you make the most sense because in many ways you remind me of myself. Sasuke would then say, yourself? Kakashi would then say, yes, though specific details about why I'll save for when you graduate. Now, do you want to stay here or come to my residence? Sasuke's eyes lit up and then he said, I want to see your place. Kakashi smiled and then he said, alright, let's go. Sasuke and Kakashi would reach the Hatake residence, and while it's not as grand as Sasuke's old home, it is still awesome and decides he wants to live in Hatake residence, as Uchiha residence is kinda tainted for obvious reasons. And from there, the next 4 years for Sasuke are a lot better than they were in Naruto canon, because he has an actual parental figure here. However, he does still want to kill Itachi, which is understandable. Kakashi, however, wants to curb that revenge stuff from Sasuke right away, or at least change his motivation for killing Itachi. He will tell him that he should approach Itachi the way he wants to approach it, not the way Itachi wants to approach it. He has this idea that having as much hatred as possible will allow him to kill Itachi, when it could be a way for Sasuke to be destroyed if he approaches Itachi like that. And he thinks he needs all this hatred because Itachi told him so. Why would he listen to the advice of the person who killed his clan? Sasuke then realizes his new guardian is right and decides to approach Itachi a different way. There would be some stubbornness along the way, but he will eventually realize he has to clean up his act a little bit. So he does so, and we will be having a non-emo Sasuke. Nothing against emos, I like My Chemical Romance, but for Sasuke's sake, no emo for him. Sasuke will also get stronger in ways I'll go over later. A note to make here is that Kakashi decided to leave the Anbu as now he has to take care of a kid, and juggling both duties is going to be very difficult. Let's go back to Obito and his blonde son. As we went over, Naruto learned the basic Academy Jutsu and learned Sharingan Jutsu because Naruto in his canon still sucks at using a clone jutsu. Naruto, however, by the end of the academy days, will learn a jutsu or two of his own, and he'll get the Great Breakthrough, a jutsu I like a lot, and its symbol C-rank jutsu, as well as a jutsu that Boruto will get later in the Gal Palm. Meanwhile, back to Sasuke, he has the same set as in canon, but here he's stronger in taijutsu, and will get the Phoenix Fire jutsu as well. Both Naruto and Sasuke for the next 4 years will be competing for one thing, and that is Rookie of the Year. This competition between Naruto and Sasuke will also start to reignite the rivalry of Kakashi and Obito, as they want to see who raised their kid better. Whoever wins gets bragging rights, nothing more, nothing less. Naruto and Sasuke also have to be kind of popular with the ladies because of who their fathers are and also how strong they are. Though Sasuke gets more popularity points because of the Uchiha name and also having the potential to have the sharingan. But it ain't like Naruto being popular with the ladies himself, he's just second in the lady popularity totem pole. Naruto would also eventually become friends with Hinata Hyuga, a girl Naruto approached and decided to talk to. She grew less and less nervous around him, and they even trained a little bit together. But then Naruto wonders at times why she was so nervous around him in the first place. Obito knows and is really excited. He would tell Naruto, but he needs to be less dense than he already is, and therefore needs to figure it out for himself. Naruto and Sasuke are not only rivals, but also friends through their father's connection with each other. So that's another net positive for Sasuke in his canon, and he actually is a better communicator because he's less emo and now has actual friends very early on than the original canon. We will now fast forward to graduation day. Naruto the night before will have a conversation with his father Obito. Obito then says, "Son, you have proven in your 4 years at the academy so far that you are an excellent shinobi, and as your father, I couldn't be more proud." Naruto says, "Thanks, Dad." Obito then says, "Because of how mature you have become and how strong you have become, a lot earlier than anyone ever expected, I think you're ready to hear a secret that I have had to keep from you until you're ready to hear it, due to your combination of strength and maturity." Naruto then is curious and says, "Well, what's the secret?" Obito then tells Naruto to sit down and decides to tell him about where he was during Nine Tails' attack, and how it was a crazy event, reminds him how he lost his sensei and all that. Naruto is like, "I don't want to sound rude here, but what does this have to do with me?" Obito then will say, "Let me finish. On that night of the Nine Tails attack, something happened that I didn't know until a couple days after it happened. You see, the fourth Hokage had sealed the Nine Tails inside someone. No one at the time knew who, except the village elders and Lord Ferd. And after a couple days of not knowing, I learned who he sealed the Nine Tails into. It was someone who had blonde hair." Naruto's eyes widen as he realizes who he is talking about. Naruto says, "You mean me, don't you?" Obito nods. "Yes, Naruto, you're the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. I have hated keeping a secret from you for so long, but this is the truth. But there is another detail here. Do you think the fourth Hokage was sealed a fox inside some random orphan, or do you think there's something else here?" Naruto's eyes widen a bit after thinking about that question for a bit. He says, "No way. I'm the fourth Hokage's son?" Obito says, "Yes, you are." Naruto is shocked and will say, "Well, this explains the entire Nine Tails being inside of me thing, because the fourth Hokage would not just choose a random orphan for something like this. It's just crazy though." Obito will say, "I know. I'm sorry I kept this for a long time, but now you know." Naruto will ask, "Who else knows everything about my heritage and me being Nine Tails Jinchuriki?" Obito will say, "Every adult in the village knows you're Nine Tails Jinchuriki, but only a few people like me and Kakashi know you're the son of Minato Sensei." Naruto then says, "Why is it like that?" Obito says, "Because the secret that you were the Nine Tails Jinchuriki was supposed to be kept a secret between only a few people, but a village higher up leaked it. I won't say who for now, but he is definitely a shady individual with how he operates." Naruto will say, "You think I will try to kill him?" Obito says, "I worry you will try to kill him and you will die because of it." Naruto nods and Obito will say, "As for the other secret, that was never leaked, and obviously it's a secret because if Minato Sensei's enemies caught wind that you are his son, they will try to kill you." Naruto nods in understanding. He thanks Obito for everything and will head to bed. The next morning, Naruto will go to the graduation exam, and he and Sasuke are obviously the two shinobi who stand out the most during the exam. By the end of the exam, both pass and will get their headbands. However, in terms of who wins Rookie of the Year, both were extremely even. So Iruka asked for both Naruto and Sasuke to do one sparring match to determine who is Rookie of the Year, and this will excite both of them. The rules for this match are simple. They can go all out as long as they don't kill each other. Naruto and Sasuke will begin their spar and will both exchange kicks before flipping back and trying everything in their power to hit each other with either a punch or a kick or anything else. Sasuke reveals a one-to-one sharingan which he got while being with Kakashi, and it gives Sasuke a bit of an advantage. However, Sasuke falls into some tricks by Naruto's shadow clones due to his overconfidence and will get kicked and punched a couple times because of this, leaving Sasuke a bit weakened. Naruto will say, "I have the advantage now, Sasuke." Sasuke responds with, "In your dreams." Sasuke then strikes Naruto a couple times, or at least tries to, but Naruto is able to block them and then gets kicked in the stomach by Sasuke. Naruto and Sasuke then trade blows before they start trying to end this battle themselves. Sasuke decides to use the Phoenix Flower Jutsu, Naruto dodges, Sasuke tries to go in for a quick punch, but Naruto will counter with a Gale Palm, or he'll try to, but he will get punched before he can complete the jutsu. Naruto and Sasuke will continue to trade blows, and it is coming down to the final wire for these two. Naruto is having issues getting close to Sasuke because he is pushing back with a lot of his strikes, and he's also firing off some Phoenix Flower Jutsus at will. Naruto is looking to finish Sasuke with the Gale Pump, but the stuff Sasuke's throwing at him is preventing him from doing so. Naruto realizes he has to change tactics and will fire some Shadow Clones, and will send them all towards Sasuke. Sasuke decides to take down all the clones with Fireball Jutsu. The clones are gone, and Sasuke is trying to look for Naruto, and then out of nowhere, Naruto dashes towards Sasuke and fires off a Gale Palm. Sasuke will try to dodge, but he will get blown back. Sasuke will be on the ground and is tired right now, but he doesn't want to give up. Sasuke charges at Naruto, and Naruto fires some Shadow Clones, and Sasuke will fight the Shadow Clones, but then takes another Gale Palm to the side, and is sent to the fence, and is knocked out. Naruto just overwhelmed him with his chakra reserves and techniques. Sasuke was overconfident at times though, and if he was less overconfident, he might have been able to win. Naruto's awarded Rookie of the Year, and then later, Obito congratulates his son, and Kakashi will do the same thing with Sasuke, and both are very proud of the work they put in over those 4 years. Both parent and son duos will go to dinner to celebrate together. That night, a man named Misaki failed to seal the scroll ceiling. It was a bit of a shock for Naruto and Sasuke as he was their teacher, but who cares, he wasn't that great of a teacher. A couple days later, it was time for all Shinobi and Kunoichi to be put onto teams. In Naruto and Sasuke's case, they'll be on different teams, and there will be 2 new sensei. Or is it senseis? I don't know, who knows. Naruto will be put on a team with Hinata and Shikamaru, and then meanwhile Kakashi will have a team with Sasuke, Ino, and Kiba, while Kurenai gets a team of Sakura, Shino, and Choji. Real quick, let me explain my thought process with this team selection. For Team 7 with Obito, I obviously wanted to repeat something from the Hashirama Biju series, remastering of that coming soon, as I think this trio goes very well together. Maybe that's just because of a fanfic I read, but you can't really argue that if Hinata and Shikamaru were on the same team with Naruto, it wouldn't be awesome. Now for the other teams, I wanted to mix it up a bit more from the Hashirama Biju series, so I swapped Kiba and Shino. Fun times. Only difference here is that Kurenai replaces Rin. What do I have planned? Anyways, Naruto and all the other teams will go for their own tests in order to see if any of them become Genin. For Obito and Kakashi, they go with the bell test, and I will go over both of the bell tests. Both teams will not struggle because Sasuke and Naruto will be able to see for the bell test, and will be able to get the rest of their teams to pass because they each show enough teamwork to pass. With Kurenai, her test is for a team to catch her, and while her team's efforts don't allow for a capture, they show enough teamwork to pass, and we can now get into submissions. They are D ranks. Nothing but D ranks. Not very exciting when you think about it, but whatever. Until around 2 to 3 weeks into Team Kakashi and Team Obito's career as Shinobi, or Kunoichi. Both teams will get their first C ranks, which will involve protecting merchants and dealing with bandits who stole goods respectively, and will impress their sensei, or senseis, I do not know. Also, there is a new development in this canon I will discuss now. So, we know that in the original canon, Kurenai got with Asuma and were about to have a kid together, but Asuma went to fight an Akatsuki member and never came back. Or he could have wanted to buy milk, who knows. Now, in all seriousness, in order for Kurenai to avoid the pain of Asuma not paying child support, we are going to give Kurenai another new love interest who will not skip out on that child support, and Kakashi. I mean, it makes sense, right? Sharingan, red, regular eyes. It works. Okay, for real this time, in all seriousness, I have seen this done a couple times in some fanfics I've read. I'm not sure if they were the greatest fanfic story-wise, I can't remember that specifically, but I like the idea of the ship, so that's the idea here. But don't think Obito will be alone here, as let's just say he's been dating someone himself. I think you guys can guess who it is, but let's just say she likes snakes. Anyways, later on, Team Obito will have a new C-rank mission with a bridge builder named Tazuna. The mission is simply to escort Tazuna to land ways while protecting from bandits. In terms of new techniques learned by Naruto, the Shao Shuriken Jutsu, and in terms of improvements to the other team members, Shikamaru doesn't improve too much because it would be such a drag, and with Hinata, she has actually become good friends with Naruto in his canon, which has allowed her to be less nervous around him. By the end of the graduation exam, she had improved at the Gentle Fist, and by the end of the first month of her Kunoichi career, she learned the Fairy Tea Palm technique. Good for her. Now, the mission started out as a normal C rank, but then Team Obito fought the Demon Brothers, and while they crushed them, the Demon Brothers were shooting level ninja, and you are not supposed to fight shooting level ninja on a C rank mission. When Obito questions Tazuna, Tazuna admits that he lied about the mission and talks about the state of the Land of Waves and why it needs the bridge. Obito feels like he has a moral obligation to continue the mission, but at the same time, while his team is powerful, are they really ready to take on a potential Jonin if they have to? Oh yeah, and he also doesn't want to get in trouble with Lord Ferd. That would be kind of headache, so he decides to send a letter back to Lord Ferd requesting for backup. Obito uses hand seals for summoning jutsu and summons. Can you guess? Well, before I reveal the answer, let's say he might have trained a little bit with the Toad Sage. Can you guess right now? If he said toads, you're correct. Obito summons a messenger toad, and when it reaches Hiruzen, he decides to call upon Kakashi's squad. Kurenai and Kakashi are on a date, and things are going very well until Kakashi is summoned by Lord Ferd, which kind of annoys Kakashi because, again, the day was going very well. But duty calls at the end of the day. He tells Kurenai they'll continue their date when he gets back. Kurenai is fine with this, and then when Kakashi learns the details, he's actually glad that he can have a mission with Obito again, though he will need to talk with him about interrupting his dates. Anyways, Kakashi calls upon his team, and they head out immediately. Before we get into this mission, let's talk about the changes with some of the team members of Team Kakashi. Sasuke learned the Dragon Fire Jutsu, Kiba improved his Akamaru clan techniques, and Ino got better for Mind Transfer Jutsu. Kakashi will arrive and will say, "It's been a while since we had a mission together, Obito." Obito smiles and says, "Good to see you, Kakashi. You better be able to keep up with me, but don't be ashamed if you can't, and I love Jonin can." Kakashi will say, "You got a big mouth. I hope I don't need to remind you of our days as teammates." Obito will say, "The past is a past, and here and now I could take you pretty easily." Kakashi will say, "Yeah?" And Obito will repeat that "yeah," and both give each other a handshake, and will call their teams to form protective barriers around Tazuna, while they will handle the rest. As the two teams and Tazuna are leaving, Kakashi will say to Obito, "On a more serious note, why couldn't you have sent me when I wasn't on a date?" Obito will say, "That's not my fault. I didn't expect this mission to be as high as an A rank. Also, how do you think I feel that I'm away from Anko?" Kakashi will say, "I mean, normally I would consider that a blessing, but in your case, I know you really love this girl. I'm happy for you that you found someone you care about." Obito will say, "Same with you. Now, let's complete a mission." Later on, as Team Kakashi and Obito are on the road, they encounter Shinobi in Zabuza, and Zabuza will get obliterated until a new challenger approaches in Haku Yuki. The duos will fight each other, with Zabuza fighting Kakashi and Obito fighting Haku. Obito and Haku are about even so far, as Obito can do a decent job of avoiding the Senbon showers since he has a sharingan, and also has raised his speed quite significantly since his Gain days. Meanwhile, Kakashi is dominating Zabuza, as he can sense a lot of the attacks coming towards him, and Zabuza is kind of weakened already from his fight with Obito and Kakashi. This is already a massive advantage for Kakashi, but then you also realize that he doesn't have the stamina, it's just like he had in the original canon, because his Sharingan eyes aren't implants. When Kakashi kicks Zabuza again and overwhelms him with the Water Dragon Jutsu, Haku has to end her fight with Obito, and then will carry Zabuza away. All the Genin are amazed at the power of the two Jonin, and that they must be able to at least give the Fertile Kage a run for his money. Well, then again, maybe not, but they're definitely very strong. Everyone will head to the Land of Waves, and events there go relatively the same, except all the Genin don't learn tree climbing, as both teams have already gone over that already. So they will learn water walking. Naruto during the story will still help Inari like he did in original canon by inspiring him, with some help from Sasuke, as Sasuke wants to help Naruto in some way with Inari. So that development still exists in this canon, so, you know, that's pretty good. Naruto will still meet Haku like in canon, and Naruto would answer Haku's question about his precious people, saying that his teammates and his dad, of course, are his precious people, and he would do anything in his power to protect them. Haku will be satisfied with this answer, and is about to leave, but then Naruto will say, "Tell Zabuza I said hi." Haku freezes up, as Haku had not revealed her face yet, and the fact Naruto knows that Haku was the other person that fought with Zabuza is a bit concerning, but it also speaks to Naruto's great perception skills in this canon, and you can thank Obito for that. Naruto will say, "I felt there was something familiar about you, and I figured it out as we talked. I will give you a fair warning. If you go up against my dad again, it will be one of the toughest battles of your life. I will also say this, as you know, my dad is one of my precious people, and if you hurt him..." Naruto gives Haku a death stare. "I will kill you." Haku is taken aback from all this, but will say, "We shall see if that's the case. I could say the same thing about you if you try to hurt Zabuza." Naruto will say, "We'll see about that. See you on the battlefield." And both Naruto and Haku will walk away. And let me address this real quick. Yes, I am making Haku a she in this canon, so all hail Haku the she. All hail Haku the she. There is definitely a purpose for this, but I will save that for later. Kiba and Nina will volunteer to stay behind on the day of the rematch against Zabuza and Haku in order to protect Tsunami and Inari. When Obito and Kakashi go for round 2 of their matches, it does virtually go the same, as even though Zabuza has the hidden misstep, there isn't much of a strength difference from Zabuza in this canon and the original, while Kakashi has grown stronger just because he has access to Sharingan and does not have the same issues he had in the original canon. So Kakashi is going to make mincemeat out of Zabuza. Meanwhile, with Haku, both her and Obito are still evenly matched. Obito is able to dodge whatever comes his way and is able to counter Haku's tactics, though he can't get a clean hit on Haku. Zabuza is then about to be lightning bladed by Kakashi, and Haku will see this and has to dash towards Zabuza in order to save him, but Naruto seeing this will fire for Gale Palm that blows Haku back, and that will shock Haku, and she will have no choice but to watch as Zabuza dies due to a lightning blade. Haku is enraged and looks at Naruto as her first target and traps Naruto in the ice mirrors, and Naruto, not being as skilled as Obito, will get destroyed badly at first. Haku will say, "I told you that if you hurt Zabuza-sama, you would die, and it seems like even though you didn't lay a hand on Zabuza at all, you prevented me from saving him, which means that you must pay for your crimes. My threat will come true, because what can you possibly do against me?" As Naruto tries to get up while looking like he's been turned into a human pincushion, Naruto has to find a way to counter Haku right away or he will die. Naruto decides to use shadow clones, but Haku will take care of those with ease, and then we'll see Naruto coming at her and will kick Naruto. But it turns out to be a clone, and we'll see Naruto fire off a Gale Palm, and Haku was able to avoid taking the full force of the attack, but is blown back a little bit. This won't stop Haku though, as Haku just picks up where she left off. Naruto is pushed to his very limit, and feels useless as he cannot beat Haku. This makes him angry as he doesn't want to die here. Obito is trying to break through the mirrors, but it seems that Haku has enhanced the mirror to another level that makes it very difficult for Uchiha like Obito to break through. Sasuke would try to help Naruto, but Kakashi stops him because he will only allow himself to become another easy target for Haku. Back in the Ice Dome, after all the feelings of anger that are inside of him rise at their maximum limit, Naruto will then have his eyes turn red, he becomes more fox-like and becomes very angry, and that unleashes a red chakra throughout the area, and Naruto in the state will awaken 9 tails. A chakra cloak will form around him with 1 tail, and Naruto will dominate Haku as he destroys the mirrors. Naruto will smack Haku around, and he will smash the mask, and when he's about to deal a finishing blow, we'll see Haku just accept her fate. Naruto then pauses and then goes back to normal and wonders if this is the right thing to do. Obito will say, "What are you doing, Naruto?" Naruto will say, "Is this really right to kill Haku?" And just end like that. Haku will say, "You would have earned it. You made sure I couldn't save Zabuza in time, and now have the opportunity to kill me. I failed Zabuza-sama, and I can't even defeat you, so why let me live?" Naruto will say, "Why are you even with someone like Zabuza in the first place?" Haku will then explain her past, and Naruto feels bad for Haku, as he in a way understands what Haku is saying. Haku will then say after explaining her past, "At the end of the day, I'm a broken tool, and the best thing to do with a broken tool is to just throw it away, make it disappear because it is so useless." Naruto will say, "No, because he can fix broken tools, and he can even find ways to make them better than ever in some cases. You don't even need to be cast aside because you aren't strong enough to fulfill the desires of your Zabuza-sama." Haku would then say, "Zabuza-sama, as you know, was my precious person, and I failed him. Would you not do the same in this instance? Does say that you couldn't protect your precious people, and you couldn't even help them accomplish their goals and dreams?" Naruto shakes his head and says, "No, because I know they would want me to keep going. Would I be sad? Yes, I would. But that doesn't mean I am suddenly some broken tool or whatever. I protect my precious people because I want to protect them, not because I'm their tool." Haku's eyes widen. And then Gato appears, and after Gato kicks the corpse of Zabuza, Haku is enraged. Then Naruto decides to join a fight with Haku because he doesn't really like Gato that much either. And after the villagers arrive, Gato and the thugs are defeated, with Haku delivering the killing blow to Gato. A couple days later, Team Kakashi and Obito are ready to leave. Haku has already left on a journey to find herself, as she needs to find a new purpose in life now that Zabuza is gone, but she will try to keep in touch with Naruto. After some goodbyes, Naruto and company leave, and Tasen decides to name the bridge the Great Naruto Bridge, after witnessing what Naruto did with Inari and even a former enemy, and believes that he will make a name for himself one day. He had also thought about the Great Uchiha Bridge because of the actions of Obito and Kakashi, but they didn't want to have a bridge named after themselves, and they felt Naruto was more deserving of it. Both Kakashi and Obito have one thing on their mind as they head back to the village. Well, more so 2 things. 1, that their team's ready for tuning exams, and 2, the Nine Tails power is definitely something to be feared. How will those teams fare in tuning exams, and how will Naruto handle the Nine Tails in this new canon? Find out in next part. Thank you all for watching part 2 of what Kakashi was in Uchiha. I think I did a good job with the writing here in this second part of the series, as I feel like I did some good with Naruto and Sasuke here, and obviously it is a Kakashi what if, but Naruto still is the main star of the show at the end of the day, and in a way so is Sasuke, but Kakashi definitely will have some more character moments throughout the entirety of the series, so don't worry about that. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the Kurenai and Kakashi ship along with the Anko and Obito ship. And I will also defend myself a little bit here with the Obito and Anko ship, mostly because Anko is definitely someone who definitely could have gone with someone in the series, obviously. She could have definitely gone with anybody, but I think Obito in a way can kind of work in a way. I mean, at the end of the day, Anko does need a man, but also And Obito's not gonna be lonely forever. Like, even if we like consider that Naruto and Obito in their own ways are similar, Naruto eventually got over Sakura, and Obito in this canon hasn't really gone through the same devastating stuff that forced him to flip a switch in this canon. So it makes sense for him to move on and find new love after how many years. So yeah, as long as Obito's happy at the end of the day, who can complain? Anyways, stay tuned for whenever the next legacy chapters come out, What If Goku Was Naruto, and some more stuff coming to the channel. I do apologize for being out for very long, but again, I have my own stuff to deal with, including personal stuff with my own grandfather. So it's kind of understandable at the end of the day. And I hope you guys can forgive me here, but again, personal stuff kind of takes precedence, so I apologize. And I also kind of need a break, so, you know, it's whatever. Watch the community tab like a hawk, that is really important. And finally, follow me on Twitter for knowing I get notified of my videos, Instagram for me, and some other fun stuff in between. And finally, join my Discord server for access to supplementary content, notification when I live stream ahead of time, and of course, the ability to test me ideas directly. These are great ways for you guys to interact with me, so follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join my Discord server. Shout out to my 10 patrons, names on screen, my favorite patron, Anguish, and that's about it for the patrons. If you want to support me further and get rewards such as shoutouts like these, go to my Patreon, which is linked down in the description. And shout out to my new $1 patron, Eddie Jean. Welcome to the club. And thank you all for 38K. Let's get to 39K and eventually 40K, and that's all I have to say. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, share the video. This has been your boy, the Anime Sage, signing out. Peace. Your Ha. Same shit closes out. Bye-bye. Peace.
Hi, this is Stephanie Shea, voice actress for Sailor Moon, Hinata, Orihime, and you are watching Anime Sage.